When I turned 18, one of my first jobs was I worked at a sex shop. They had the furry handcuffs and the dodos and the vibrators and the nose. But I remember the part of the shop that I was always fascinated with was that section on the counter that we see at every sex shop or every gas station, which is the enhancement pills section. You know the section. Some of them have like rhino pictures on them. They have different colored pills with all these crazy claims, and they have like all natural ingredients like yohimbe or ginkgo. And I always like kind of assumed they were bullshit, but then these guys would come in and buy a whole case. And so I was wondering, what are they doing? So let's test them out. Fuck it. See if they work or not, see what the ingredients are, and also see if there's any natural plant medicine that can come close to competing with them. Okay, I'm at my local gas station. Let's see what kind of stuff we can pick up here. It's the rhino stuff. What's the, oh, the honey's the good stuff. Okay. You double down. What's the most popular one right now?
Honey, bro.
Honey?
Honey, bro.
Really?
Honey, bro. Sweet on that one.
Okay, well, I'll get some honey. What's the most popular one of these?
Rhino. Yeah, I'll lucky guy if you're lucky.
Okay, I'll get one of them. Man, I fucking love those guys. They are so fun. Okay, we got a haul. Perfect start to this video. So we have one of these pills. You've seen them a million times. This one's called the new lucky guy. There's the rhino one. You've seen them. And then we have the very famous and popular royal honey syrup that I've seen so many times. Let's start with looking at this pill. 100% genuine product. Oh, okay. 99,000 super. This seems like Chinese or something. New lucky guy. 99,000 super genuine. What does any of that mean? Let's get to the interesting stuff and what it's claiming. So it says 12 days long action, which is kind of crazy. It lasts for 12 days. And it kind of says that it does everything. It'll get bigger size, last longer, stamina, get you longer, harder. And on the back, it's just like every claim ever. Now the kicker is not the fact that this screams scam, but it's right here. It says all natural, no chemicals. So then what are they saying is in this? Tonkat Ali, maca root, ginkgo, damiana leaf, horny goat weed, essentially every greatest hit of boner plants you can name, all in this one pill. Let's try it. Okay, it's been like a week. I keep procrastinating because I do not want to take this, but come on. Very wasteful package. Oh, shit. So it's just like a pill. Fuck, I don't want to do this. Okay. Cheers. So it's currently 9:20 p.m. I need to go clean, take a shower. I will report back when I start feeling something. I'm just a bachelor. I'm looking for a partner. Oh, I put too much retinol on my face. It has been almost exactly an hour, and I feel pretty much the exact same, except for I have a little bit of a headache, and my head feels like really warm. It's like a congestion headache, but I'm still pretty soft. I feel the exact same. I'm not any more horny either, so. Even falling off, you gotta be compatible. Castaways. We are castaways. Oh shit.
It's the next day. I got a f***ing wicked headache. But as far as my boner, hard as hell. Very, very hard. Not really horny, but hard.
I'm gonna try to keep this classy, but I don't know how to do so. That night that I took it, it didn't go to waste, if you get what I'm saying. And also, it is not placebo. My shit was hard as hell. Like your first kiss hard. But interestingly, it wasn't hard until I wanted it to be. It didn't instantly, once the shit kicked in, it was hard. It was only when I got horny that it actually activated. I lasted longer, and it didn't increase the size or length, which, thank God. That'd be a lot of weight to carry around. Stupid. But some other observations is it wasn't actually as pleasurable. The hardness was really hard, but the problem was it felt unnatural, and it almost felt like it was no longer my appendage, but it was rather like something I've attached to me, because it just wasn't, it didn't feel real. It was like a fucking like piece of wood that the sensation wasn't all there. It just didn't feel right. But the kicker was,
It's day 2 after taking the gas station boner pill. Bro, it's 11 a.m. right now. I've had like a throbbing boner since like 6 a.m. And a headache to go with it. And I have wicked bad acid reflux for the last 2 days. I don't know if that's linked, but hard as fucking hell. But it's like a throbbing pain because it just won't go the fuck away. Oh, the headache's still so bad. Just feels like a congestion headache. It's whack.
So we had our mystery. What was causing this raging hard-on? Was it the Peruvian maca root? Was it the ancient tree ginkgo biloba? Or maybe the Asian tonkat ali? So I spent the next days researching papers, and I totally wasn't just reading a whole bunch of abstracts from a bunch of papers. And I mean, I was lightly skimming. There's like 8 plants, okay? Sue me. It was a lot of information to take in. But after this research, see, I got one step closer to the answers I was looking for. On this episode of The Mystery of the Raging Boner.
is this gonna be funny or cringe? Looking back, it was cringe. But it was a bit of a mystery because I researched each plant individually and I couldn't find any plant that would cause that strong of an effect like I had. I thought maybe there was a synergistic effect. Maybe all of them played together to get this strong effect. So luckily, this has every plant ingredient and the exact milligram dosage on it. So I bought every single one of the plants, and me and cousin Matt recreated the boner concoction plant by plant. Wait, before we get to that part, I have to show you guys something, and we have to be quiet because Matt's sleeping. Have you ever wanted to grow any plant you want, but didn't know where to start, didn't know when to water, how to put the nutrients in, when to have the ventilation system, didn't know how to grow up a grow tent? Well, today's sponsor, VivaSun VGrow Smart Box, will handle it for you. It automates everything you want. I got something growing in there that I can't tell you about yet. If you don't know how to grow plants, it'll handle everything for you. You have automated lighting systems, you have different light spectrums, you have ventilation, you have a water tank below that it'll actually water the plant for you. Mine's a little dirty because I legitimately have used this to grow several plants at this point. And you can control it entirely with an app. And the app has like literal videos in it that show you every step of the grow so you don't fuck up. It's so amazing, and it's given me the confidence to start an entire garden in my backyard, which I've never done before. And it's legitimately because I got this thing. It taught me everything I need to know. It's like the best for beginners. I'm legitimately like a big fan. It's awesome. Use my code METAB or go to the link in my description to get 20% off your purchase. The Smart Box is not cheap. That's a very good deal. You're saving a lot of money. Okay, back to the video. 220 milligrams of tonkat ali.
Next ingredient, maca.
Maca root. How many milligrams?
500. Woodburn Outlet Mall, the chocolate store. You enter, it smells exactly like that. Like the
You know what? That's the smallest piece that we have. So we're just gonna do that. That's 1,200.
No, that's still well over double. What about you split this in half?
Or we could just do a little bit more. Scared of having a little boner?
Is this actually gonna work?
We'll see.
I don't want
Next ingredients.
ginkgo.
Ginkgo biloba.
Catuaba extract.
We got it. The Katsuaba 4-to-1 extract.
Awesome.
This smells like...
Your hand.
That's what I'm just getting.
Smells sticky.
You get the point. We went plant by plant, recreating it down to the milligram. We actually overdosed it way too much. Also, from my own collection, I added some blue lotus, which is an ancient Egyptian aphrodisiac plant, and some ashwagandha, which is an Ayurvedic plant that is often said to be good for boners. Wait, I also want to include this plug for my cousin. Matt specializes in helping old people exercise.
Yes.
This is Instagram. Reach out to him. He actually is like a legitimate professional.
Well, I also help normal people too. Well,
No.
I'm not saying other people outside of old people are normal, but the general population as well. Yeah.
There goes your
Wow.
career.
Yeah, you're like, here's a layup, and I'm like, fucking. That looks like shit.
Oh, it smells even
Did you
worse.
even blend it up?
No.
Why wouldn't you blend it up? We're gonna be drinking the
Chunks, yes.
No. It's
That's
literally
thousands of years of
It
ancient
literally-
medicine
if
right there.
Yeah.
Mmm.
No one is telling you which video to make. You're keeping up with them. You're like, oh yeah, unfortunately I have to
Oh, I gotta make
you
a boner.
are making the agenda.
Gotta get hard for a month straight?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Alright.
Wow. I'll go first. I'll drink half, you drink half.
Drink a little bit more. That was a half.
That's legitimately the most disgusting drink I've ever drank. Dog, that's so gross.
Dude, I'm literally gonna have to drink through my teeth. There's so much shit in here.
Just stir it up good.
I don't think that's gonna help, bruh. Oh god, there's stuff on the bottom too.
Oh.
Oh.
It is maybe the most bitter thing I've ever drinking. It is, wow, that is so bitter.
I've had worse, but that is pretty fucking bad.
You know the fucked up part is the fact that it tasted that bad makes me think that it's gonna work.
It has to do something. Everything else that tastes like that has some kind of benefit.
We will see. Haha, Lamau. I just kidding. I didn't feel shit. And Matt.
Definitely the hardest it's been, and the most veiny.
Did it actually work?
No.
It didn't work. I don't know if you're shocked by this, but I was not shocked by this. And we don't have time to go over all of these plants, but I can speak about them generally because most of them are honestly bullshit. Most of them, there's really no scientific evidence or any non-anecdotal evidence to show that they help with sexual function at all. But some of these plants, like tonkarali or ashwagandha, could actually help with sexual function, but it's not in the way that people want them to. People want an easy fix, especially when it comes to sex. Someone's coming over, oh my god, you get anxiety, and then you, oh, I need something to fix it, right? Guaranteed. They want a pill to take that will fix them that night, right? Sadly, that's not how any of these plants or general plant medicine works usually at all. We already learned this a few videos back with ashwagandha. A lot of the claims are true. This stuff is not placebo, but it's after weeks and weeks of daily use, it might help you. Tonkarali, it's not placebo. There's evidence to show that it really can increase testosterone in people after weeks of daily use. That's sadly how plant medicine works often. There's very few plants out there that'll immediately save your ass that day. There are a whole bunch of, it's all right. That's why I love it. That's why I love plant medicine, because so much of it will actually help, right? But it will always give you a kind of shitty help. I think the beautiful thing about a lot of father parenting is that they don't help you the whole way. They let you stumble. They'll let go of your hand and let you fuck up, and they're here to just gently help you. Know that you are supported. This is a tangent, I'm sorry, but I love this about plant medicine, that ashwagandha, it could help a lot of people with stress, but you notice that it's really not that strong. It's not like a, wow, all my stress is gone, like a fucking alprazolam, like a Xanax pill. It's like, okay, over weeks and weeks, I think it's feeling something, and it'll give you a shitty help that's just enough for you to help yourself. Which leads to why I actually decided to make this video a month back. I'm not gonna outright say it, so I've prepared a musical number for you to enjoy.
Lotion man, I put you in my hand, then you feel my man, feeling kinda sad. Lotion man, I swear that I'm usually a go, what a weird trip. Lotion man, maybe it's the weird fucking day that I had. Maybe I'm just less of a man.
Catch you up or go up 3-4 months in this rut. I'm too young for this shit. My dick can't work and let alone nut. I'm too young for this shit. I'm too young for this shit. Fuck, I'm not gonna give up, but what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? What the fuck? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? What the fuck?
My wiener stopped working. Hold on, before we get into that, It looks weird. My background looks weird. I'm in the basement right now because my house doesn't have any AC or air conditioning at all. So let me internet beg real quick. Please subscribe to my Patreon so I can go back upstairs, please. I promise I'll use the money for good things and AC and making more videos. I swear I won't spend it on strippers. I won't spend it all on strippers. I also kind of want to renovate my kitchen, maybe like work on my garden a bit. It would be for the videos though, please. Please, I want more money, please. I also want to travel more for videos, do more like ethnobotanical stuff. I want to do like merchandise, like I just need money to do all this. Okay, now let's talk about my ED. Wow, I just internet begged for money and now I'm about to talk about how my boner doesn't work on the internet. Woo, the internet will do crazy things to you. But yeah, I really did get ED. Like, it's not a bit for YouTube. I did get it like a couple months back and it sucks. It sucks because you're constantly in the situation where you're with somebody and you want to do it. Like my heart really wanted to do it, but like the equipment wouldn't work. It felt like when you're in those dreams where you want to punch someone, but then like you just lose all your power, but you really want to. It feels like that. It makes the other person feel insecure because they're like, oh, is it me? And then you have to do this whole dance of, no, this is new to me. Oh, it's just so. What makes it even more frustrating is I didn't know what was causing mine. It didn't really make any obvious sense. I exercise 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. I drink maybe 1 glass of wine every month. I don't smoke cigarettes. So I didn't know what was causing mine, and a lot of men who are in my situation, they just end up just taking Viagra, which works, right? It'll fix the problem, but it doesn't fix the root of the problem. It just fixes the symptom of not having ED, and that's the problem with all these plants. People recommend taking yohimbe or ashwagandha or all these different plants, but the problem is that each of them kind of treat different problems, and ED is caused by a million problems. Some people have ED because they are stressed. They have a lack of sleep, too much cortisol, not enough testosterone. Some people have because of prostate problems. Some people have it because of trauma. And so if someone has ED and the internet says, oh, you should take ashwagandha if you have ED. Okay, ashwagandha, the active chemicals in ashwagandha with enolides, that'll help you maybe after weeks if stress is your problem. But if stress isn't your problem, like let's say what's causing your ED is poor circulation. Well, then ashwagandha will do jack shit for you. And I didn't want to just take Viagra because I felt like that's just such a Western medicine problem to do, Instead of actually fixing the problem, figuring out what the problem is with my body, I'm just gonna put a Band-Aid on the symptom. Oh, I'll just take a pill and then I'll have no more boner problems. But it's like, okay, but do I have low testosterone? Do I have too much cortisol, But I went to the doctor and I didn't have low testosterone. I didn't have many deficiencies at all. I have pretty good circulation. I have a good resting heart rate. Blah, blah, blah. But good news, because I fixed the problem. Ooh. And I know all you boys are wondering how I did it, so I'll tell you, and we'll talk about what the fuck is in this and some natural remedies that actually do work, because I got some cool ones. The first cause of my problem was my medication Adderall. I've taken Adderall for most of my adult life and never had this problem, and so I didn't initially think that it could be the problem. But I'd realized over the last few months I'd started to take Adderall more frequently and at a higher dose. Before I say this, I want to caveat that I'm not a doctor. I'm about to share my personal opinion on Adderall and ADHD. This is not medical. This is just what I believe. Just take that with a grain of salt, okay? As a lot of us know, Adderall is prescribed to treat ADHD, and often when it is prescribed for daily use. You wake up and you do it every day. That is not how I like to do it at all. To be blunt, Adderall is an amphetamine, and it's really hard on your body. And so to avoid the side effects of amphetamine use, for years, I don't take it more than 3 times a week, often just once, twice a week. And I take a very small dose compared to a lot of people who take Adderall. But over the last couple months, I've started to take it more frequently because I've started to work more, which is a common thing people with ADHD do. You become more reliant on your medication, but the more reliant you become, the more side effects you feel. And one of the side effects is ED. The reason ADHD medication can often cause erectile dysfunction, and it's not just Adderall, it's like Vyvanse can do this, Concerta can do this. ADHD medication are stimulants often, and stimulants often cause vasoconstriction. And vasoconstriction is exactly what it sounds like. It causes your blood vessels to constrict, and so that reduces blood flow, including to your wiener. This is the same reason why a lot of people get Molly dick. When you do MDMA, Molly ecstasy, it can make you in the mood, but it's a stimulant, it's a vasoconstrictor, so it will reduce the blood flow to your wiener. So it's no matter how hard you try, it's not gonna work. So Adderall was my first problem, but because I was doing Adderall daily, working more and more stressed, having the side effects of amphetamines, I had picked up a cute little addiction to those gas station 7-hydroxy pills, which we do have a video coming out soon about those, but you stay away from them for the time being. So the active chemical in those is 7-hydroxymitragynine, right? That's an atypical opioid. It's a painkiller, and people don't think about this. When you do opioids like a painkiller, it takes away pain, also takes away pleasure. When you're on an opioid or an atypical opioid during sex or jacking it, it feels like you're doing it with like an extra thick condom. It's like, oh, this is all right, I guess. It's kind of whack. And to add on to that, opioids fuck with your testosterone wicked. Oh my God, opioids will fuck with your testosterone. So this might be shocking. I decided to stop doing the drugs, and lo and behold, wow, all of my problems went away, like within a couple days. Wow, who would have thunk it? Daily drug use can be bad for your body. Shocking. So let's talk about some natural remedies and what the fuck is in this. I'll start by telling you what's not in it. Any of the plants that we tested. You see, what this really contains is actually not listed on the ingredient list because it's a crime. This is just straight sildenafil. It's illegal Viagra. This whole video was a bit of a bait and switch. I've known this since I was a kid, and this has been happening since I was a kid. All those rhino pills, these pills, they're all just Viagra that's not marked. And mind you, Viagra is a prescription in America, so they're illegally selling Viagra. And how the industry works is basically a pill like Rhino 9000 will get popular. People will start using it because it's straight up a really strong dose of Viagra. And then the FDA will test it and be like, oh my God, warning, this new Rhino pill has sildenafil. And then that pill goes away and then a new pill comes out. Now it's called the Lucky Guy or whatever. And it just keeps going over and over and over again. And no one really bothers to stop it because who cares? I will say it is a bit concerning because the dose of sildenafil in these, like, it's a strong dose of Viagra. And the same thing goes with this royal honey stuff. It says it contains, I don't know, L-arginine and ginkgo biloba extract. Bitch, it contains none of that. It's just straight up Viagra in this honey. And yes, I did test it the other day. Going to a concert on boner honey. Fuck it. That's disgusting. That tastes like just straight glucose. There's not honey in this. This is disgusting. Heyo. I don't have a boner right now. Okay, I just got home. I have a slight headache. I kept getting a headache with all this stuff because it has Viagra, and a common side effect of Viagra, especially too much Viagra, is a headache. Also, remember when I said I got heartburn from that pill?
I have wicked bad acid reflux for the last 2 days.
Also a very common side effect of Viagra, and the reason why you get a heartburn from Viagra is the same reason why it gets you hard. It loosens smooth muscle tissue, which your wiener is mostly made of, but also your esophagus, more specifically I think like the lower esophageal sphincter, whatever, smooth muscle tissue, loosens that up, makes acid reflux happen. And the heartburn's bad. Like I couldn't sleep for like a couple days. It was really, really, really bad. But let's talk about which natural remedies actually work. And by the way, I'm currently Winnie the Poohing it right now. Maintain eye contact. The first one's actually a type of honey, and it's not this shit. It's Nepalese mad honey or Delhi ball from Turkey. We've already done an episode on this stuff, but it's honey that is specifically from the rhododendron plant, which can contain gynotoxins, which are vasodilators and can help with getting it up. And it's actually such a common treatment for that purpose that in Korea, it's like an epidemic. It's they love it over there. This article says this was a thing in like 2003, 2004, so I don't know if they still love it, but I don't know why I said that. But personally would not recommend this one because it's like killing a mosquito with a machine gun. You know, it's like, yeah, it could get you hard, but if you take too much, it might paralyze you for the night and you might puke your brains out. So It's a little extreme. Tonkatali. It's a Southeast Asian root that smells... Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, this smells like cucumber. Nothing. Oh, very bitter. Wow. It's honestly one of the few plants that actually has been shown to raise testosterone levels in men. So if you actually do have low testosterone, this combined with fixing sleep schedule, diet, all that kind of stuff, could probably pretty dramatically increase your testosterone levels, like pretty naturally. It's kind of cool. Yohimbe, which is a weird one. I don't want to speak too much about this because it's really interesting and I haven't tried it yet. But it's a bark from West Africa from a tree. One of the alkaloids in it, yohimbine, people use it to work out because it gives them kind of like a oof. It almost sounds like a stimulant. And a lot of people report it's very good for like increasing sexual desire and hardness of the wiener. So cool. There's a lot of weird side effects with it. I would love to do its own video, but it's an interesting one. Not placebo. Watermelon. It's L-citrulline, but there's a lot of L-citrulline in watermelon. L-citrulline, after, yes, weeks and weeks of daily use, can make it extra hard. I got two more for you. Kratom, which you might think, what the fuck? If your problem is not ED, but actually, you bust too quick, it's an atypical opioid. It would desensitize you, and so you would be able to, as I have experienced firsthand many times, last longer if that's your problem. But, it's also like killing a mosquito with a machine gun. It's very addictive. There's, there's other ways you can improve that. But it's just, a fun thought experiment. And then the last one is fix your life, brother. I took none of these to fix my boner problems. I just was like, oh, maybe I should stop being a piece of shit and doing drugs every day and eating like shit. And lo and behold, voila. So now you can answer it. Can anything compete with one of these? Healthy lifestyle. Gay? Yeah, not really. It's a PDE5 inhibitor. It's just straight up Viagra. No, sorry, no. And I don't want to hear any, horny goat weed actually technically is a no, don't do it. You just maintained eye contact with a guy who was Winnie the Poohing it for like 5 minutes. How does that make you feel? Want me to prove it?
The ocean man, I put you in my...
Hi.